Physics 2054, Fall 2011, Exam 1, Questions 7, 8, and 9. The setup for this problem is very common. Do not be surprised if you see this on your test. You've got two charges, Q1 line and Q2, and they're separated by distance r. And it asked for where the electric field is 0. So the setup for this problem has Q1 be positive and Q2 be negative. Now this problem can be solved, or should be solved, in two steps. The first step is you figure out where the electric field should be 0 in general terms. And then you figure out exactly where it will be. So you start out by dividing this area into 3 regions. 1, 2, and 3. Now, first step is figure out where the electric field should be 0. If Q1 and Q2 have the same charge, as in both positive or both negative, you'll find it in region 2. Otherwise, it will be in either region 1 or region 3. Now, what decides whether it's in region 1 or region 3? That would be the relative magnitudes of Q1 and Q2. So if the charge for Q1 is much greater than that of Q2, you'll find it in region 3 because it wants to be closer to Q2 than Q1. And if the opposite happens, it'll be in the opposite region. Great. From there, you figure out some distance x from one of the particles. So let's say, for all intents and purposes, Q2 is less than Q1. Then we put the x there. And now the electric field at point x is equal to minus kq2 over x squared plus kq1 over, now this distance is r plus x, quantity squared. And we want that to be 0. And from there, you plug in numbers and you solve it. So let's start. Problem 7 says that Q1 equals 5 and Q2 equals minus 20 and R equals 2. Great. So to start out with, you can see that Q1, the magnitude of Q1, 5, is less than the magnitude of Q2, 20. So it's going to be somewhere in region 1. I'll put the x there and erase that one for confusion. So the electric field is K5, which is Q1, over the distance, x, quantity squared, minus 20k over the distance r plus x. Well, in this case, r is 2, so 2 plus x squared equals 0. Move this over to that side, and you get 5k over x squared equals 20k over 2 plus x squared. Now you can cancel out 5k from both sides to get 4, and then multiply both sides by the denominators to get 4x squared equals 2 plus x quantity squared. Great. Now take the square root of everything. So 2x equals 2 plus x. Subtract x over to that side, and you find x equals 2. Equals 2. So the point of 0 electric field is 2 meters to the left of Q1. That's why we needed step 1, to figure out exactly what it was with respect to. But in the problem, it says that we call this point, the point of Q1, to be 0x. Okay, so 2 to the left of it would be minus 2. So after you figure out what the distance is between the closest charge and the point of 0 electric field, you then need to put it into perspective and figure out exactly where that point is in the problem itself. Problem 8 is set up with Q1 equals 5, Q2 equals minus 45, and R is 2. Great. Once again, the absolute value of 5 is less than the absolute value of 45, so it will be in region 1. Okay? Region 1. So now we can set it up just like we did before. 5k over x squared is, I'll just add this term over since we know it's equal to 0, is equal to 45k over 2 plus x squared. Now, if it's somewhere in region 2, then instead of having r plus x, it will be r minus x. Just a heads up. So now once again we can simplify to get 9x squared equals 2 plus x squared. So then 8x squared equals, from 9x squared equals 2 plus x, quantity squared, you take the square root of everything. So you get 3x equals 2 plus x. And therefore 2x equals 2, so x equals 1. But remember, it's with respect to this point, which is 0. And it's to the left. So in reality, x equals minus 1, which is the answer. Now problem 9. You've got Q1 equals 5, Q2 equals minus 80. That's big. And R is equal to 2 once again. Great. So Q1, absolute value less than Q2, so it will lie in region 1. Okay, so far so good. Region 1. Now, once again, we plug it into the equation and we get 5k over x squared is equal to 80k over 2 plus x squared. 80k. Okay. Simplify this. You get 16x squared equals 2 plus x quantity squared. And you take the square root of everything. 4x equals 2 plus x. Okay. So simplifying, 3x equals 2, so x equals 2/3. But once again, with respect to this point, which is said to be 0, and it's to the left, so it'll be negative. So x equals minus 2/3. And that is how you solve this type of problem.